Hello everyone, Jules here. Today I'd like to do a response video to the tarot tag that has been started by Natalia at Ouroboros channel about 5 master tarot books. So I'm going to talk about my 5 master tarot books, and I'm going to do this from 1 to 5, starting with the tarot book that I consider to be my #1 master tarot book. And the first one is something that a lot of people are probably not surprised about. The Book of Thoth by Aleister Crowley. Here is the hardcover version that has been released recently, and I really love the hardcover version. And this book is an absolute classic by a tarot master, and probably, I think, the tarot master of all time. And because I do work with Hermetic Kabbalah, this book is an absolute must for people who want to read about traditional esoteric tarot and the images and the meanings of not only Crowley's approach to tarot, but this particular deck that he created with Frida Harris. So this is my #1 master tarot book, and I have reviewed this on my channel. And here is the paperback version that is worth having as well. And on the cover it has the universe card, and I like this paperback version too. I think it's really useful to have a paperback version as well, and it just has so much Hermetic and Golden Dawn based information in here, because Aleister Crowley was a member of the Golden Dawn, and he learnt most of what he knew about tarot from the Golden Dawn, and he was a protege of Samuel Mathers. So here is the paperback version of the Book of Thoth by Aleister Crowley. My second master tarot book is another book that I've talked about a few times on my channel, A History of the Occult Tarot by Ronald and Michael Dummett. This is an absolute classic and an absolute must for people who want to know the history of the occult tarot, also known as esoteric tarot. This has got an absolute history of the who's who, covering the period of 1870 to 1970, which was the peak time of occult tarot. It also covers the period of history before that too. It gives a really good background of the history of tarot in general. So I think that's really good that that is in the introduction as well. And there is some information on Kabbalah in here, Hermetic Kabbalah as well. But this book is just an absolute must. I think if you are interested in the history of occult tarot or history of esoteric tarot, you have to really get this book, because it is also very well researched and very accurate. I have seen and read other books about the history of tarot, and they're either not well researched or they have a bias of some kind. And these two authors, one is a historian, the other one was a philosopher and a professor of philosophy, I think. Yeah, one was Ronald is an art historian, and Michael Dummett, who is now deceased, was a professor of philosophy and logic. So this is a great book. I just absolutely love this book. So A History of the Occult Tarot by Ronald and Michael Dummett. My third Master Tarot book, I've spoken about this one on my channel as well, Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela Eakins, PhD. This was written to go with the deck of the same name, Tarot of the Spirit. So this book is not only about the deck of Tarot of the Spirit, but this is a great book about contemporary Hermetic Kabbalah, which is the one that I mainly follow, that I mainly practice and use. So I love this book as well, and I also love the deck, Tarot of the Spirit. You can see by the artwork on the cover just how beautiful this deck is. And it's quite a unique original deck as well. The deck is Thoth inspired. It's not a completely Thoth deck, but it's pretty close to it. And I think this book is just so unique because it is the only book that I have seen with an original contemporary approach to Kabbalah. Pamela Eakins has her own mystery school, so she is an absolute master and expert. There aren't many tarot masters around these days. I think most of them have gone. So Pamela Eakins is one who is currently alive and well and running her mystery school in America. So Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela Eakins, my third Master Tarot book. My fourth Master Tarot book is one that I haven't shown on my channel, but I'm surprised I haven't. Tarot Wisdom by Rachel Pollack. I have quite a number of books. Excuse me. I have quite a number of books by Rachel Pollack, but this is my favourite. I think this is a great book about tarot. It has spreads in here for each of the major arcana cards. There is information on Kabbalah in here as well, but it's more traditional Kabbalah. It's more Jewish Kabbalah, but it is still great. It's a great book, and it's got such a unique and knowledgeable approach that Rachel Pollack always has. And I just think this is, a really good Master Tarot book. It would make a good beginner book as well, because there's information on each of the cards, the major cards and the minor cards, and there is tarot history in here as well, and there are black and white drawings of the different decks, cards in here. So this is all about the High Priestess, for example. I just think it's probably one of the best books that Rachel Pollack has written on the tarot. It's a really comprehensive book. I think it is a great book. Tarot Wisdom by Rachel Pollack. So this is my number 4 Master Tarot book. And my number 5 is one I have talked about on my channel, The Tarot by Paul Foster Case. And it actually says here, The Classic Guide by Paul Foster Case. And it is. And it also says subtitle, A Key to the Wisdom of the Ages. And this book is mainly about the major arcana cards and their connection to the Hebrew letters for the 22 paths of Kabbalah. It's relatively accessible. I think it's written in such a way that someone who wants to learn about the major arcana cards in relation to the 22 pathways of Hermetic Kabbalah, I think this book is quite a good way to initially learn about that. And Paul Foster Case set up his own order, Builders of Aditum, in America, and he was a member of one of the Golden Dawn offshoot temples that formed after the original Golden Dawn disbanded. So he has got that connection to the more original teachings of the original Golden Dawn. So I really like this one too, and this is my number 5 of my Master Tarot books. The Tarot by Paul Foster Case. And all of these books are still quite readily available. And I really enjoyed my opportunity. I thought this was a great opportunity to talk about my Master Tarot books. So I think this was, a really good tarot tag. So I enjoyed participating in this tarot tag, the 5 Master Tarot books. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.